So this sound is my metronome at 60 beats a minute. This is probably the one sound I've heard more in my life than anything else. As a practicing musician, there's a lot of times that I just sit down, turn the metronome down to 60 beats a minute, and practice slowly. It's just one of those things that when you figure it out, you get better all the time. Practicing slowly helps you not only execute things, but it gives your brain time to not only play the things, but to analyze them and fix things and learn while you're practicing. So take advantage of it. Let's look at this articulation exercise A. Let's give it a count. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready, count. 1, 2, take 3. 1, 2, take 3. 1, 2, take 3. Forte. 1, 2, 3. Now, on all these exercises with eighth notes, you want to make sure that the eighth notes are like staccatos. So staccato doesn't just mean short. It means separated. So the way I like to think about this is that anything that surrounds an eighth note has space around it. Let's do that. Let's make sure we hear the space before and after every eighth note. Here we go. Let's play it. Oh, and also, the first lines of these exercises are open. The second lines are second valve. The third lines are the first valve. Fourth is 1 and 2 or 3. And then finally, the last line of every exercise is 2 and 3. It just goes down a sequence. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready. So there you go. There's that first one. Let's look at B. So in this exercise, it's the same kind of thing, but the eighth note is flipped over. Let's count it once. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, take 2, 3. 1, take 2, 3. 1, take 2, 3, take 4. 1, 2, 3. Notice how long the other notes are in contrast to the staccato eighth notes. Keep those eighth notes staccato. Here we go. 1, 2, take, ready, play. notice how I'm trying to keep the full value of the longer notes, even though I sometimes sneak breaths in there. Be really judicious about how you sneak breaths. Be very quick about it and make sure that the note that you're robbing from, that you kind of cut off early, comes to a smooth, tapered release. That way it's not as sudden as noticeable. That way it doesn't sound like you're just gasping for air and that you ran out of air, okay? Let's look at articulation C now. Here's C. Let's count it. 1, 2, take, ready, count. 1, take, 2, take, 3. 1, take, 2, take, 3. 1, take, 2, take, 3, take, 4, take. 1, 2, 3, off. Let's give it a play. 1, 2, take, ready, All right, on to the next one, letter D. So here's a dotted quarter note followed by an eighth note. What we're going to do, because that quarter note's got to be, or that eighth note we're playing staccato, right? We want it to pop out, be a little louder, and then also make sure that there's space around those eighth notes. Let's count it once. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, take 3. 1, take 3. 1, take 3. Take 1, 2, 3, off. Here we go. Let's play it. 1, 2, 3, and. All right, so here is E now. Notice the rhythm is flipped around. We have the eighth note first, then the dotted quarter. So make sure that that eighth note is short enough and loud enough that it sticks out. Let's count this one once. 1, 2, ready, count. 1, take 3. 1, take 3. 1, tay, 3 tay. 1, 2, 3, off. Let's give it a go. Here we go. 1 tay, 2 tay, ready, play. All right, so there's that one. Let's do one more of these with eighth notes. This one, F, has a lot of syncopation. Let's count it. Remember the tays on the upbeats. So 1, 2, and ready, count. 1 tay, tay 3. 1 tay, tay 3. 1 tay, tay 3 tay. Tay 1, 2, 3, off. Here we go. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, ready. Oh, wrong rhythm. Try again. Oh, 1, 2, and ready. All right, so those are all the ones with the eighth notes. And before we move on to 16th notes, you should practice these until you can essentially double the speed of these. So like, if we're at 60 beats a minute right now, we are. You'll want to work these up, in tempo increments of like 10 beats a minute. So do it at 60. When 60 feels good, try it at 70, 80, 90, and get it all the way to 120 with the metronome. Once you get to 120, we'll be ready to move on to these 16th note exercises. So this first 16th note exercise features a rhythm called a gallop. And the gallop rhythm is a eighth note followed by 2 16ths. It's a gallop because it sounds like a horse galloping. We'll play it slowly. Let's count this thing. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready, count. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and 4. Easy. So the first eighth note is on the downbeat, and the first 16th of the anda is on the upbeat. 1, and a 2, 3 and a 4. Let's play this. 1 and a 2 and ready, play. Try to manage your breath with these, always taking breaths after like the quarter notes, the longer notes, but once again, make sure they never sound out of breath. Make sure the quarter note is long enough and tapered off to where you can get that sneaky breath, but never sudden enough that it sounds like you're suffocating for air. If you do this in a very graceful way, it'll sound like you never had to breathe, and the style will be completely unified, and the sound will be strong all the time. Work on that. That's very important. Notice how short the 16th notes and the 8th notes were, both in these examples. Okay, here is a rhythm that has 2 16ths and an 8th and H here. So this is called a reversed gallop because it's just the opposite of the gallop. So on the downbeat, we have 2 16ths and the 8th note gets its own 8th note. So it would be like 1 E and 2, 3 E and 4, 1 E and 2 E and 3 and 4. Remember, 1 E and. Here we go. Let's give it a shot. Here we are. 1, 2, 1 E and go. And that's how you do that one. So this next one is just straight 16th notes. So 4 notes in a beat. It works like this. Here's the counts for it. It'll be like 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4. Now, 2 beats on the downbeat, the 1 E, and then the 2 beats on the upbeat and combine for 4 notes, 1 E and a, or 3 E and a, or in the second measure, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, okay? Count it one more time. Ready? Count. 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4. Let's try it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 E and a go. All right, that's a good one for working on chops. All the little sudden changes in the note and that second measure really help get your chops up to speed. Let's look at the next one, the dotted 8th with a 16th left over. So the dotted 8th note gets 3 divisions of the 16th note, the 1 E and then the last one is by itself on an island. The trick to this one, is 3 things really. Number 1, always subdivide the 16th note in your head. That way you can find that fourth and one. 1, the 2, 3, the 4, 1, the 2, the 3, and 4, right? Now, the other secret is to bring out that single 16th note. So you got to play it a little more loud than the ones that surround it. And that also means making the dotted eighth note before it a little shorter so that note will pop out naturally with the silence. Count it with me. Ready? And count. 1, the 2, 3, the 4. 1, the 2, the 3, and 4. Let's play this one. 1, 2, ready. All right, moving on. Exercise K is the same thing, but it's reverse of that. So we have a 16th note followed by a dotted eighth note. So that would be 1E, 2, 3E, 4, 1E, 2E, 3, and 4. Let's count that again. 1, 2, and ready, count. 1E, 2, 3E, 4. 1E, 2E, 3, and 4. Let's play this together now. 1, 2, stay ready. That's a good one. Now the last one of these is where we have 2 16th notes that sandwich in an eighth note. So the first of the 1E and does, you'll get the 1E, and then the last 16th will be on the duh. So if you're subdividing, it'll sound like this. 2, and ready, count. 1E, the 2, 3E, the 4. 1E, the 2E, the 3, and 4. Let's play it together. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready. All right. So there's that guy. And that's the last of these 16th examples. The tricks, remember, just make sure you got the eighth note ones up to like 120 before you start these back at 60, and it'll make a lot better sense to you. And then try to get these up to tempo as fast as you can. Make sure they're always clean, though, and that you can hear the single 16th notes that are on an island by themselves a little louder, a little more full. You don't want to rush ahead. Now, the last few of these are going to be exercises that use a triplet subdivision, so 3 notes per beat, and I just count those triplet because the word triplet has 3 divisions in it, so I just go ahead and use it. Let's count this first one. It goes like this. two, and ready, count. Triplet 2, triplet 4, triplet, 3, and 4. Now this one can be difficult because while you're counting the triplet, the last two beats of the example of each line is back to eighth notes. So you have to kind of like go back and subdivide eighth notes after you just count triplets, which can be kind of hard. There's a trick to this though. When you get to the eighth note parts, switch back to 16th notes in your mind. So like if you're thinking triplet 2, triplet 4, triplet, 3, and 4. 1 and 2. See, I got that a 3 E and a 4, 3 and 4. I can find the and a lot better with the 3 E and a 4 in there too. Try it together. Let's play it. 1, 2, ready, play. So there is that guy. Let us do the next one. So in this one, what we're doing is we're really keeping the triplet subdivision, but we get this kind of swing triplet feel. So triplet. So the the second division of the triplet is not there. Triplet 2, triplet 4, triplet, 3, and 4. So with the subdividing, I'll do the subdividing on the 2 as you can hear it. 1, 2, triplet count. Triplet 2, triplet 4, triplet, 3, and 4. Let's try it together. 1, 2, and play, let go. And then this last one is just a reverse of that. So triple 2, triple 4, triple 3, and 4. So that let is gone now. It's just triple 4, and the let is tied over. Here we go. Let's play it. Triple 2. 1, 2, and ready. So these styles are going to give you great articulation. That this whole approach to where you keep like the single notes real staccato, the eighth notes and 16ths always uniform staccato, and the other notes around them very smooth and elongated like a tenuto, a note with a line above it, right? Those are going to really help your style, challenge your articulation, and the second half of these exercises will really help your flexibility, bouncing back and forth between the two notes. and the lip slur at the end kind of caps it off to make sure that you're managing the wind appropriately. It's a killer exercise and teaches you how to read rhythm really good, gives you a good clear sound, helps you work on the beginnings and the ends of notes, the structure and architecture of rhythm and style. It's all included in these. I can't tell you how much these exercises can really help your playing. Work on these. Keep track of your tempos with the metronome. Move them in increments of 10 on the 8th note ones, and the 16th note ones, move them in increments of 5. And see if you can push them up above that 110, 120-ish in there on those 16th note ones. And then you can start learning about double tonguing. But until then, master that single tongue.